So Barca has lost a golden opportunity to get on top of La Liga, and some members of the team are certainly in the spotlight. Welcome back to Blaugrana Planet, welcome back to a new video, and today we're gonna be talking about Ronald Koeman because he's certainly in the eye of the hurricane after the tough defeat against Granada. But before, let me give a special thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring this channel. OneFootball is the best football app that you're gonna be able to find. You're gonna get all sorts of stats, opinions, facts, basically everything that you need to know about the world of football and of course of our beloved club, Football Club Barcelona. For example, if you want to get the statistics of the game between Barcelona and Granada, you can find them in OneFootball. And if you want to download it right now using my link in the description, you're gonna be supporting my channel. And I'll be very thankful if you do that. So make sure you go download it right now using the link in the description below. So, coming back to the point, the hard defeat against Granada in Camp Nou has been a tough blow for the culés and certainly has left some people in the spotlight. Obviously some players and the coach. Ronald Koeman has been the center of the hurricane at this point because we can discuss if a player performs well or he does this or that, but certainly the one who picked the 11 players is Ronald Koeman. And in fact, there are many things which I would like to talk about in this video, carefully analyzing Ronald Koeman on this game, and we can see the similarities that Ronald Koeman has been implementing throughout the whole season. For example, we can start with the lineup. There were 3 changes in the very usual lineup that we have, which 2 of them I have to really disagree and 1 of them I have a lot of doubts. For example, placing Umtiti over Araujo is something that I cannot understand. I can understand that you give rest to Lenglet, he's been having so many minutes, but you have Ronald Araujo, who's from La Masia, has passion, has a lot of character, has a lot of energy, he has a lot of speed, he has that hunger to play a game like this. Instead, we had Umtiti. Umtiti, a player that has bottled every game that he played and certainly didn't do well throughout the last season, right? But I don't understand why we have to put Umtiti over Araujo. The second one is gonna be Sergi Roberto over Serginho Dest. Probably the most controversial one because he has been certainly in the spotlight, Sergi Roberto, after his bad performance. And looking at the way the game was gonna be, because we knew that Granada was gonna be a very defensive side, I just don't understand why placing Sergi Roberto, who is a player that's not very vertical, that cannot attack the space, why are we putting him over Serginho Dest when Serginho Dest can actually be vertical and attack the space and have an attack through the wing, right? I just don't understand why we have to put Sergi Roberto here. And certainly Sergi Roberto is not a player for the 3-5-2 formation because it doesn't give us that width. Basically here I think there is something that we don't know, because placing Umtiti over Araujo and Sergi Roberto over Serginho Dest, it's something that's really strange. So there must be something that we don't know. And the last substitution is Ilaix Moriba over Pedri. I have nothing against Ilaix Moriba, and Pedri certainly had to be benched at some point because you can't play this guy forever, right? And I can understand it, but after maybe 30 minutes or the first half, that you can clearly see that Ilaix Moriba is not having his best game, and you could clearly see that Ilaix Moriba's qualities couldn't be exploited against a very defensive Granada that wasn't leaving any spaces. So to this situation, where was Riqui Puig? Where was Riqui Puig? It's the best moment to play Riqui Puig. Honestly, like, there's things that I cannot understand from Ronald Koeman. Maybe he has a beef with Riqui Puig. He hates Riqui Puig for some reason. I can understand that he doesn't like Riqui Puig overall, like his tacticals. Riqui Puig just doesn't fit, but Koeman needs to adapt to every situation, and Riqui Puig was perfect for this game. And this actually aligns perfectly with the second point that I want to talk about, is the fact that Ronald Koeman just doesn't adapt well enough in the middle of the game, right? He doesn't make tactical changes that can actually adapt to the situation of the game. We have seen it throughout the whole season. The only thing he can do is desperately put in attackers or defenders if we're losing games or if we're about to lose the game, right? Like, we have seen it throughout the whole season, and yesterday it was pretty much the same. It was 1-0, everything stayed the same, but you could see what was going wrong, right? Instead, Ronald Koeman decided to wait, let it happen, and then we get the equalizer from Granada, and he started to make changes. He put in Dembélé for Mingueza, he put in Trincao, I don't know, he doesn't do anything, but yeah, anyways. And then the last thing is that you sub out Sergi Busquets, that was literally the best player on the pitch that day, the best player on the pitch. You sub him out. I don't understand. And certainly that's a big point from Ronald Koeman, that his changes, it seems like they're improvised. So overall, a big F for Ronald Koeman, for the lineup, for the tacticals in game, and then the substitutions, right? 0 from him in that sense. So I'm gonna have to blame Ronald Koeman for the defeat, right? At the end of the day, he's the one responsible, right? And one last point that I want to mention is the fact that Ronald Koeman is always complaining. Always complaining. After every game, complains, and he gets the red card even, which doesn't help at all, by the way. It doesn't help at all. He's going to be missing the game against Valencia and the very important, crucial game against Atletico de Madrid. He's not going to be there. Maybe it doesn't even count, doesn't even matter that he's not there. But anyways, like, he's not helping with all of these complaints. I understand that if you get robbed, like we do a lot of times, you have an anger and you want to say it out loud, right? But you have to complain with a little bit more pride, I think. And that's something that other coaches have been doing very nicely. I think Luis Enrique, Pep Guardiola, they all controlled the way in which they were complaining. Certainly, I think Ronald Koeman has no filter at all, and that's damaging the image of Barcelona, right? We cannot be complaining the way he's doing every single game. And let me tell you one thing, Koeman is very respected in Barcelona and in the club, he's a legend of the club. But if you keep on complaining like this, there is a danger that people are going to start disliking you or even hating you, Ronald Koeman. Therefore, I think that Ronald Koeman has to change a little bit his way of doing things. His modus operandi needs to change a little bit. And I think he needs to prepare more options in terms of the in-game substitutions and in-game tactical changes, because we haven't seen anything surprising from him yet. Anyways, I don't want to be so critical with Ronald Koeman. Ronald Koeman also has good things. He has given minutes to the youngsters, he puts trust on them, he also lifted up the spirit of the team, and he actually came up with some tactical improvements, right? I mean, the new formations, we could argue about that, but probably in another video. Anyways, I don't know if the good things compensate for the bad things, but I'm not going to be answering this question. I'm going to let you guys answer it. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about Ronald Koeman? Does Ronald Koeman deserve to keep on being the coach of Football Club Barcelona for next season? Let me know all in the comments down below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, guys, subscribe. And hit the notifications bell if you want to be notified as soon as I release my next video, guys. And now, real culés never give up. And see you in the next video, my people. Vamos, Barça!